Tonight on Cheap Seats.
Oh my God, that man just fell off his horse. Yeah, luckily that steer was there to break his fall. My hat, my spine, my dignity.
Really gets rough, that life.
Oh! Yeah, take that, stupid clown. Hey, welcome to Cheap Seats. Now, for those of you who are watching us in an altered state, we say thank you. We know you have a lot of choices out there when you fly. We're just happy you've chosen to fly with us. And you picked a great time to tune in because today we're going to be taking you back to 1988, the year George Bush defeated a Massachusetts liberal through fear-mongering and false negative campaign ads to become the next president of the United States. My, how times have changed, Jay. My, how times have changed. But one thing that hasn't changed is America's continued apathy for the sport of rodeo. So today, we're stepping strong and bringing our best rodeo heat from 1988. And here's what we want you to look for.
Here's what to look for. Here's what to look for.
Number one, watch for how many times the announcers try to compare rodeo to other more popular sports. Saying rodeo is like football is like saying kaboom is like Grand Theft Auto. It's kind of a stretch. And number two, check out announcer Randy Corley's total disregard for people's personal space. It's almost like he's European, except he doesn't chain smoke or hate America. All right, it's time to beat up some baby cows on Cheap Seats.
Hi, everybody. I'm Randy Corley, and as we...
A tie? Honestly, who wears a jacket and a tie to a rodeo? It's a rodeo, not the United Nations. $10 says he's wearing jeans, though.
With Hadley Baird and Bob Tallman joining...
His mustache to eyebrow size ratio is about 13 to 1.
If it was baseball, they're swinging for the bleachers. It's the ninth inning. If it's football, I think they've gone to their hurry-up offense, guys.
But it's neither. Pete Rozelle? Is he at a firing range with that headset?
It's 4th and 10, and they're going to have to go...
Okay, that's the second football metaphor. A minute in, and they're already scraping the bottom of the metaphor barrel, metaphorically speaking. Why don't they just cut their losses right now and start showing an old Raiders-Broncos game?
When we talk of over $2 million...
Tallman dressed to kill? I think it's safe to say that the only other time you'll see that guy in a suit is at his own wake.
There is something to say about winning second.
Mainly that you are a loser.
They're nearly already decided who is going to win the national finals. Can we set some new records? We're over the $100,000 mark with one competitor in many events.
Is that a lazy eye? Nah, it's just drunk. Need more eye whiskey. Need more eye whiskey.
Final show. So what I want you to do is enjoy it.
Is that an order?
Family entertainment. These cowboys and cowgirls are just like you at home.
Except they're drunk.
Hadley, thank you very much. As always, one of the most knowledgeable and one of the most talented, not to mention beautiful, Pam.
Which is the most important.
Thank you, Randy.
Pam looks like something out of Madame Tussauds. Or the adult version of a child beauty pageant contestant.
But she hasn't weakened a bit. In fact, she's won one.
Come on, Randy. Stop staring at her. You're making me uncomfortable.
Any other contestant
Rand.
in any event.
Rand! Dude, how'd I get up here? I'm telling you, man, she's like the Death Star. She's got her own tractor beam. You gotta get out of there. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Don't. Why?
The Iron Man from Utah on Skull Bandit's Black Widow. This is a horse of Dan Russell. Randy, you've seen this horse before.
Randy, he's talking to you. I've never seen that horse before in my life. Fine, once at a barn dance, but I was wasted.
Anything you want, just don't call him late for dinner.
Cool, then I'll call him Mr. Stupid. Well, I'm gonna call him late for dinner. Dude, you just said don't. Yeah, well, I'm a cowboy, Rand. I play by my own rules.
He's had 16 seconds a day to prove his worth.
And apparently he's worth less than A.J. Feely and a player to be named later.
He feels that he did not ante when they opened the gate. And a 70 score today.
All right, he's got 70. Wait, is that a good score? Not if you're Tiger or Earl Anthony. I didn't think it was possible to speak so many words without actually saying anything. You've obviously never seen Bob Novak in action.
You think about it. Is it gold? Is it money? Is it a bank deposit that you're going to make? This man was $1,600 away from qualifying in the pro.
And he was only seconds away from getting that Eames chair off eBay. He should really switch his dial up to DSL. My hat. My spine. My dignity.
They voted the horse the Bear Dock of the Year.
All right, freeze it. See if you can guess who's not from the South. In all fairness, Jay, his baseball cap does have a picture of a cowboy hat on it.
For the average coming in, he had to have this ride, and it was a photo finish. But
How exactly was it a photo finish? I think someone took a photo of him when he finished.
70s is exceptionally good. They are going to put him to the lead position with a...
Wow, an 81. If I had any idea how the scoring in this thing worked, I might be impressed.
You know, Randy, if he could...
And he heads back into the tent to try and resuscitate a dying E.T. Okay, now for our next rodeo event, we're going to jump to steer wrestling. And we know that steer wrestling can appear rather cruel toward the animals, but you got to remember, steer wrestling, like professional wrestling and high school wrestling, is fake. It's all a big show. In fact, this steer right here used to ride the bench at the University of Miami. He knew he wasn't going to make it in the NFL, so he juiced up, and he's doing this. And don't feel sorry for him, because in a couple of years, he'll be an action hero.
That average makes the difference. The guy might be fourth. He could win first in the average, come out of nowhere to win the world championship.
Oh, my God, that man just fell off his horse. Yeah, luckily that steer was there to break his fall.
Right on top of him. I don't think he can get him straightened out. He may let him go.
Now, why would he let him go? Where would the cruelty be in that?
Newcomers as we talk about them.
Fontenot's one step away from slipping his steer a roofie and then nibbling on its ear.
I hope that he's enjoyed his stay in Las Vegas as we have.
Why? Did he gamble away all of his last place winnings?
Big cowboy that claims to be a Cajun, born and raised in Kansas, lived a few places.
Is that Gary Green's W-2 form? Yeah, he better not claim 2,295 dependents like last year, okay? That's gonna be a red flag.
Uh-oh, he's backpedaling in his...
Whoa, that steer might actually win.
He's out of position.
Let's go steer. Let's go steer. Let's go steer. Let's go steer. It's like Rocky versus Apollo Creed. Nice! The underdog taking it out. He's gonna win. Oh! No, he's down. He's done. Yeah, he's finished. Yep, it's over.
Complete the run. Well, it's very disappointing for him because he came here in sixth in the average. That's
yeah, I'm sure that gesture had a lot of significance to an animal. Yeah, who are you, Gary Templeton?
Old Barry, originally from
okay, that quote makes about as much sense as his name.
There, he says, I've got a steer that they haven't placed on yet. I'll bet he's going to rearrange the history on this. Don't worry about that. Be happy. This guy will nail him.
I'm sorry, it's not fair. These guys should not be allowed to come off a horse and do that to a baby cow, no less. Yeah, that'd be like Randy Johnson throwing off a stepladder and brushing back a little leaguer.
The consistency of Oatberry over the years
is strikingly similar to Frankenberry.
10 years ago when he was...
All right, you want to know my favorite part of the rodeo so far? The fact that grown men are wrestling baby cows? No, it's the cowboy quotes. They're genius. It's like a living yearbook at a remedial high school. Yep, thank God they put them all down in one of them book-learning books. You're telling me.
Seniors, today you are at a...
Wrong, partner! What you need right there is a good quote. Something that'll really grab them where it counts. And we got said quotes in this here hardback edition of the Pro Rodeo Guide Quote Book. With the Pro Rodeo Guide Quote Book, breaking the ice is as easy as breaking into your ex-wife's house. just to watch her sleep.
Which I do not recommend.
You know, I think it was Oatberry who once said, unless you ain't got the steer, you ain't got nothing. Unless you've got some good.
That is so true.
I know. Thank you, Pro Rodeo Guy Quote Book.
We also got inspirational quotes, which can help you through a rocky divorce. Or here at the office.
Son, if you're thinking you ain't done roping and you ain't got no head between your pits, the thing of it is, you ain't got no right thing at all.
You know what? You're right. Gosh dang it. I'm going to call that guy back.
Thank you, Pro Rodeo Guy Quote Book.
Tomorrow ain't but 2 days past yesterday, and if you get to your getting, then you can't be nothing unless you're something.
So don't be late. Order your Pro Rodeo Guy Quote Book today. Because I still love you, Karen.
Hey, welcome back to Cheap Seats. Now, these rodeos last about 17 hours, mostly because the people who frequent them have nowhere else to go. Mercifully, we only have 30 minutes to show you the buck and best footage. We did, however, have to cut some good stuff, but have no fear because we corralled it all together for you in a figurative circle of the wagons we like to call What Got Cut. You missed a battered and weary cowboy pass out after a bumpy ride. Must climb gates. Oh my God, he's dying. He's dying. He's literally dying. He's dead. You missed the dramatic comeback of an injured cowboy.
5 years ago, broke his neck. They told him never to play tennis again.
But apparently bronco riding is fine.
Notice that special neck brace that he's wearing.
You mean that cheap ace bandage? I feel like if Mike Brady threw a briefcase on the floor, that guy would totally turn to see what the ruckus was. I agree, except Mr. Brady's dead.
We'd like to remind you that Wendell Hamilton has come up with a very, very fine prize for the man that will, and it could happen today.
Right after these two guys maim another animal.
I'll tell you about that in just a moment. You're looking at Bobby McClellan.
And the man who used to be his rodeo partner. With the rodeo whiff.
They have not had the best national finals. You know, Bob, we were talking
I hate this rope. I hate this stupid rope.
Wendell Hamilton and Award Design Metals will be giving a $2,000 silver belt buckle and a $3,000 cash gift to the first.
So basically it's $5,000 because if you wear a $2,000 belt buckle without selling it, there's something seriously wrong with you.
Let's put a little good luck on a family right now, huh? The only team that hasn't struck is probably the most unlikely to do so.
Is that how you bestow luck in the rodeo world, by dissing someone? Good luck with the operation, Hoss. Doesn't look like you'll make it. Good luck with the marriage, Oat. She'll leave you in 6 months. Good luck with the urine test, Barry. There's no way you're clean.
Simple as that. We don't have to put any kind of figures together for you at all. If people are trying to figure out who was who, the father and the son, J.D. was 15.
Isn't the father usually the older guy? Not in the rodeo world.
And he only ropes one hind leg, so it's a total now, including the penalties, of 10-4.
Oh, 10-4, whatever the hell that means. I think it means goodbye in CB talk. Did Coach K know he was moonlighting as a team roper?
Beers won the world title with D. Pickett.
Beers looks like he's already had a few.
The last 2 rounds, they have proven to us they can be under 5, and they're going to try it again today.
Settle down, everybody. It's the rodeo, not the Final Four. Do you think the horses they're riding on feel guilty for being accomplices? Right now, I feel guilty for being an accomplice.
They have just tied the arena record here.
I put that in my mouth. I'm sure it's clean.
The left-hander, he's trying to strike for some of this money.
Whoa, the Ozzie Smith of calves. Yeah, unless the cowboy does a front flip, I got to give this one to the calf.
The big winner last year. Randy and
nice shirt. At least we know he has a fallback career as a 1980 stand-up comic.
These calves are big and they are soggy. They will...
Soggy? Are they soaking in a bowl of Special K?
Travel on to try to catch them, but there's only a few of these calves that have really been easy to flank and tie. And for all of you calf ropers out there, and
I'm going to take a guess here and say that most calf ropers don't have cable television.
Today is a little better than the standard run that we might have seen.
Boy, the action never stops here. If we're lucky, maybe we'll get to see him organize his saddle.
Can I talk about something that may be equally important to this man?
If it involves Levitra, no.
Championship, and he has an excellent chance right now. He is drawn.
Is that supposed to be an actual beaver? Because I didn't think you were allowed to show that on TV. I don't know, but I think Eve Ensler just wrote a monologue about it.
The beaver is gonna do it.
That's actually how Hugh Beaumont used to discipline Jerry Mathers on the set.
But you notice how he took...
Now, as you watch the rodeo today, you may think that you're hearing a familiar voice. And that's because announcer Bob Tallman, in addition to working the pro rodeo circuit, also does a good amount of voice work for national commercials. Yeah, at one point it was estimated that more than 60 million people across this country heard his voice every year. Tallman himself likes to claim that he spent more time behind the microphone than Walter Cronkite. You can't even compare those two guys. Walter Cronkite was a national treasure. Bob Tallman is a 5-pack a day smoking Hoosier in a cheap suit. Not so fast, my friend. I think you're going to change your tune when you feel the power of this comparative chart. Tallman has called the last 8 Wrangler National Finals rodeos and 17 overall, more than any other announcer ever, while Cronkite has been retired since 1981. Tallman once said, just remember whatever happens in Vegas doesn't necessarily stay in Vegas, so watch your... Cronkite said, that's the way it is. Tallman never cried during a rodeo broadcast, while Cronkite shed tears on air while reporting the death of President Kennedy. All right, Rand, you've made your point, but don't you dare ever step to me with any Pam Minnick, Connie Chung comparisons, because that don't add up, brother.
Coming up on Cheap Seats.
One of the most aggressive young men in our game.
How is running away aggressive?
We used to call him...
Happy birthday. Oh, what? Hey, welcome back to Cheap Seats. And as they say down in the South, do y'all care?
Just the facts. Do you care?
Do you care that the word rodeo comes from the Spanish word rodear, meaning to surround? Do you care that announcer Hadley Barrett began his own dance band called Hadley Barrett and the Westerners, which traveled and entertained for more than 35 years? Do you care that announcer Bob Tallman founded Buckers Incorporated, which produced rodeo stock and markets bull semen? How do you market bull semen? It's all about demographics. Good point. Well, as we like to say around here, if you can't beat 'em, fight 'em. Fight, 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 fight.
The Wrangler Jeans Bullfighting Championship of the World.
Is that a tear on his cheek, or was he just standing under a pigeon?
Type action and competition we've had here.
What do you have to do to be a rodeo clown? Get fired from the circus?
Championship before. He came here.
Okay, it's the Wrangler Jeans Bullfighting Championship, but the guys in it are the only guys in the whole arena who are not wearing jeans. That's just bad marketing, people.
Competition. 6 men came here.
And there's the early version of the Running Man. I think Fran Tarkenton choreographed this.
Miles Hare is fighting for his life.
Much like their counterparts in Spain and Mexico, these bullfighters have the respect of an entire nation.
To the wire. This bull had flattened out a little for Miles, and I think the experience of this...
Yoo-hoo, Mr. Bull. Yoo-hoo, over here. Hello.
...came off of the wall and finally got those last seconds of bullfight that he needed. That's the way a pro will do it.
Pro what?
Bull kind of camped in the corner. Now, Smets knows what he has to do. This guy...
Get into a 12-step program, dust off the old resume, and get a real job.
...has to win it again here in 88. One of the most aggressive young men in our game. The bull...
How is running away aggressive?
We used to call him the
Happy birthday. Oh, what? This isn't little Aaron Riley's birthday party. I'm so firing my clown agent.
Two hands up and says, bring him on.
Yep, he's bullfighting's answer to Kirsten Dunst.
The championships of the world, and literally all of our events, have been this tight.
Whoa, dude, there's a guy in there. Well, actually, this is the best thing to do for a hangover. Little hair of the bull that bit you.
Time to get some more out of the bull. Here he comes.
Yeah, take that, stupid clown. That'll teach you to wear white after Labor Day.
Back up. Well, here's the way.
Wait, I'm confused. Smets gets his kicked by the bull and he ties the other guy? How does that work? You know, this isn't the first time we've seen host Pam Minnick. In our first season, we actually did a Deaf Poetry Slam tribute to the woman. Oddly, we never got a response from Pam Minnick or Russell Simmons. And we took their silence to mean only one thing. Do more poetry.
Yo, girl, if you had some mad mumps, I would most definitely drive you to the clinic, Pam Minnick. I wish you made a cameo in the Chronicles of Riddick, Pam Minnick. Yo, baby girl, you more self-referential than the short-lived animated John Lovett show called The Critic, Pam Minnick. I bring the juice. You bring the ginic, Pam Minnick. Laid back with my mind on my Minnick and my Minnick on my mind. Yeah.
Hey, welcome back to Cheap Seats. For our final segment, we're going to focus on the bull. Leon Durham? No. Greg Luzinski?
No.
Richard Moll? Yes. Really?
No.
Just watch.
Thank you very much. 2 nights ago,
I think there are more mustaches in rodeo than any other profession, including adult
we
films.
will watch this, and while we do, I'm going to make a few comments.
Please don't. We handle the comments around here, buddy.
We look at this, that I've got a young son by the name of Cole Edward.
Who cares?
Any luck at all involves in my life, I hope he grows up to be just like you, my friend.
Crushed under a bull?
Thank you, Randy.
Watch here. You got it against the gate.
He's not even letting Cody talk. He's just torturing him with the analysis of his castration.
Slow it down where it really gets rough. That left...
Oh! Fortunately, his mustache cushioned the blow.
He was all right, Cody. Gary Toole is in the middle of work in the arena right now. Cody.
Check out how close their cowboy hats are. They're almost touching each other. Yeah, I feel like they're a natural barrier to keep them from making out.
Hey, if I can stay away from stuff like what happened here the other day, good Lord will help me go on with it and do it right.
Ever consider the bull trampling you might be the good Lord's way of telling you to retire?
Now, let's go right back into the chutes for Joe Wimberly. This man will hold on.
Is that bull really good, or is that guy just having a seizure?
And as I say that, look at the try.
This is like in football when the quarterback gets stuck on the golf cart in the sidelines and the mascots have to rescue him.
All week long in 10 rounds is Michael Smurfhort. Look at him take.
This is a disaster. Oh, the humanity.
Nobody in their right mind would ever do that. Those men are not magic. And the people are on their feet in common.
Not those people. Other people who were on their way to the bathroom. Here's my bill. I do not accept Visa.
Have an opportunity again in your lifetime. In rodeo.
Are they cheering for the guy, or the clown, or the bull, or the potential disaster? I can't tell. They're at a rodeo, Jay. I think they're just happy they're not doing community service.
He is not hung up. Now, for you folks at home, he is not hanging on. He is caught in that rope. He can't get it.
Really? Because he looks like he's in control.
Now, these two men both were...
Stupid clown thinks it's steer wrestling.
Knocks him down. Miles trying to reverse the...
Too bad there weren't any cowboys nearby to help him out.
Sulphur Springs, Florida. He literally will put his face between Joe's...
It's like the pit at a Black Flag concert, only less dangerous.
As we go to Jim Sharp, and he is attempting to make rodeo history.
By marrying outside his family.
Consecutive rides at the National Finals Rodeo. No one has done that. If he does, you may recall that Wendell Hamilton, the president of Award Design Metals, will award him a $2,000 buckle and $3,000.
Notice how it all comes back to the belt buckle. Maybe they should stop giving away $2,000 belt buckles and start giving away $2,000 worth of pants that fit.
You set it up any way you want to now, boys. We need an 84, but I don't think the...
So now he's betting on this?
Family in 1980...
And the Sharp family looking anything but. And you know that guy in the middle is already plotting to steal that belt buckle.
He's going to do it.
I know the bull.
I went to Hebrew school with him.
He should be able to ride this bull. When he gets that far, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. He is going to do it.
Is he going to do it?
He has done it.
Yes, the buckle is mine. I mean, way to go, Jim.
Look at his family, Bob. This Thomas Arena is...
I never loved you. Neither. Well, there you have it. The 1988 rodeo. And after watching the show, a few things jump out at us. Unfunny clowns, horses that buck their riders, and plenty of awkward banter. Yeah, it's like a 6-year-old's birthday party at Billy Bob Thornton's house. Nonetheless, it's time to give out our own version of the $2,000 belt buckle. It's the Cheapies. Cheapie for best supporting role in a barrel, well, I gotta go with this guy. Yes, this should garner him some early Oscar buzz. And the Cheapie for most valuable Randy, I'm gonna go with, of course, me. I'm gonna go with Randy Corley. What? Sorry, dude. It just wasn't your best work today. No way, dude. Thanks for watching us on Cheap Seats. We'll see you next time. You dogged it. Corley? You dogged it. I didn't dog it. Segment 3. I did not dog it in segment 3. I did not dog it in segment 3. Just help me push this. Just help me push it. Just help me. No, you pushed it. I'm dogging it. I can't. Sorry, I'm dogging it. Get Randy Corley to push it with his mustache, dude.